Alright, hey guys, it's TsubakiSwagg and I'm coming to you with a review of Kiru Kill Episode 3, Junketsu. Okay, this one picks up where the last one left off at, where Ryuko is still trying to figure out if Satsuki is the one who killed her father and if she has the other half of the scissor blade. But okay, pretty much Ryuko is going to class and being a typical student, and she's staying in the house with Mako, who is by far my favorite character in the whole anime so far. She is pretty funny. She always has me rolling because Mako is really stupid, but she's so sweet and she has the best intentions, so I guess that's why she's my favorite character. But anyways, she's staying with Mako and her family is crazy. Like, her dad is this crazy doctor, like makeshift doctor that has more deaths than saves. So yeah, I wouldn't go to him to get medical help. And then of course her little brother, who is her little brother is kind of a perv, but so is her dad, so I guess like father, like son. And then her mom is pretty much like, I'm surrounded by all these crazy people and I don't understand. But yeah, pretty much when she goes to stay at Mako's house that night, when she went to go, of course she went to go take off her sailor suit because Mako gave her some of her pajamas, and when she went to go put on the pajamas, her brother and her dad, Mako's brother and dad, pretty much were like peeping on her, and Ryuko pretty much like kicked her ass. But it's okay though, because it was hilarious and they deserved it. But yeah, so after that she took her senketsu off and hung him up, and when she went to like touch it, it had goosebumps, and she was like, what in the world, why does my suit have goosebumps? And Mako, of course, was being slow, and she was like, yeah, it feels like it has goosebumps, nah, 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 nah. And Ryuko was like, okay, there's something wrong. So the next morning she wakes up and Mako was like, why you look so tired? You look like you haven't gotten any sleep. And Ryuko was like, yeah, I haven't gotten any sleep because I feel like something bad is about to happen, because her senketsu pretty much had goosebumps and was really like upset and worried. But like, pretty much then they show that Satsuki, well, first they show Uzu and Hoka in a lab working on the Goku uniforms, and the person that they put it on turned pretty much, he kind of looked like Bane, but like not the live Bane, but like the cartoon version of Bane when he was like big and slow and like messing stuff up. But yeah, after that, and then Hoka pretty much like hit pressure points and made the suit come off, and the guy went back to normal. And then Satsuki, like they show Satsuki when she was little, and her dad was telling her that, like, he was showing her this beautiful white dress, and he was like, this is going to be your wedding dress. And she said when she was little, she really didn't understand what it meant. She was just like, she couldn't wait to grow up so she could wear that dress. And then now that she's older, she realized that that dress was pretty much another form of Ryuko's senketsu. So she put it on, and it pretty much like transformed to her, and she didn't even really have to go through trying to make it to its fullest extent. It pretty much just happened because she's just that awesome, apparently. But yeah, so now Satsuki has a Junketsu. And that's why Senketsu was freaking out, because he sensed that the Junketsu had awakened to Satsuki. So Ryuko went to school that day, and her teacher, Sugi, who by far is one of the most perverted characters I have ever seen on an anime, ever. But yeah, so she was talking to him, and he was pretty much telling her that she hasn't awakened the full potential of the senketsu, because he had originally worked with her father to make it. And then she was like, well, why does it look like I'm pretty much not wearing anything? And he was like, well, that's your dad's fault for making it look that way, which I think there's a little something wrong with that. But anyways, after that, he was pretty much like, you haven't awakened the full potential. So when she went to go fight Satsuki, like, she was getting her butt handed to her because Satsuki had awakened the full potential of her Junketsu while Ryuko hadn't awakened it yet. And Senketsu was like, pretty much, he was like, she's way more powerful than you. You're pretty much going to lose to her if you keep fighting her. You're going to pass out if you keep losing blood. So then after Satsuki was pretty much like, you're inferior to me because I know how to use the full power of my Junketsu and I just got it, and you already had your Senketsu and you don't even know how to use it. And Ryuko was talking to Senketsu and she was like, well, pretty much Satsuki was like, even if I have to flash myself and have no clothes on, I would do it proudly because I have full power of my Junketsu that way. And so that's when Ryuko it finally dawned on her that without letting go of all her inhibitions pretty much, and letting Senketsu pretty much become a part of her, she's not going to be able to use it to its full extent. So she finally lets go of that and Senketsu becomes one with her. And then she's like, so that's why you've been taking so much of my blood and all this kind of stuff, because I wasn't letting you in and you just wanted a blood connection. He was like, exactly. So finally she got it and they became one, and then the battle ensues and Ryuko and Satsuki pretty much like wail on each other, but it looks pretty freaking amazing. And like Satsuki's sword changes to this awesome looking blade, and Ryuko's half of the scissor blade turns into like this pretty like Death Reaper weapon type thing. It looks pretty awesome. But yeah, after that they like fight and everything, and pretty much Satsuki wins. Well, I want to say Satsuki wins because Ryuko pretty much, well, I wouldn't say she gave up, but the battle kind of stopped and Ryuko was like kneeling and Satsuki was standing over her, and then she was like, well, Satsuki pretty much told Ryuko that she didn't have any type of ambition and she was never going to get anywhere because she was devoid of all hopes and dreams. And Ryuko got pretty mad and was like, well, I'm going to crush all your hopes and dreams. And Satsuki of course laughed at this, and after that she started walking back up the stairs and she was like, if you can beat all of the elite people like in the school, then I will fight you again. And Ryuko was like, she would gladly do anything to fight her again so she could figure out if she was the one who killed her father. So yeah, after that was pretty much the end of the episode. So I know that next, like probably this whole season is probably going to be Ryuko fighting all of the elite members of the school, so I look forward to it. But yeah, I would love to hear what y'all think is going to happen next, of course. And as always, please remember to comment, rate, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, like my Facebook, follow me on Instagram. You can even kick me, I don't care. But yeah, so I guess that's pretty much it. So if you have any comments or if you want to talk about anything, just put it down in the comment bar and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. But anyways, as always, this is TsubakiSwagg saying adios.